Retention as in viewer retention?
The percentage of people that get to 1 hour
Wow.
is the same now. So we can make the video, we can publish
That
it, we can
doubles my
script
mind.
it, you can synthesize my voice. Sounds like me. So what is it going to be able to do?
Mhm.
And can you give me the variety of use cases that the average person might not have intuitively conceived?
Yeah. So I tend to be an optimist, and part of the reason is because I try to understand the limits of the technology. What can it do is anything that we can, any sort of set of human data that we can train it on. What can it not do is anything that humans don't know what to do because we don't have the training data. Of course, it's super smart because it integrates massive amount of knowledge that you wouldn't be able to read, right? It's also much faster. It can run through massive amount of computation that your brain can't even comprehend. Because of all of that, they're smart, they can take actions, but we know the limits of what they can do because we train them. They're able to simulate what a human can do. So the reason you were able to order the water there is because it was trained on SF data. That includes clicking on DoorDash and ordering water.
I applaud your optimism, and I like the way you think about these puzzles, but I think I see you making a mistake that we are about to discover is very commonplace. So we have several different categories of systems. We have simple systems, we have complicated systems, we have complex systems, and then we have complex adaptive systems.
Mhm.
And to most of us, a highly complicated system appears like a complex system. We don't understand the distinction. Technologists often master highly complicated systems, and they know, for example, a computer is a perfectly predictable system inside. It's deterministic.
Mhm.
But to most of us, it functions, it is mysterious enough that it feels like a complex system. And if you're in the position of having mastered highly complicated systems, and you look at complex systems and you think it's a natural extension, you fail to anticipate just how unpredictable they are. So even if it is true that today there are limits to what these machines can do based on their training data, I think the problem is to see what's going to happen. You really want to start thinking of this as the evolution of a new species that will continue to evolve. It will partially be shaped by what we ask it to do, the direction we lead it, and it will partially be shaped by things we don't understand. So how does this computer that we have work? Well, one of the things that it does is we plug them into each other. Using language, it's almost as if you've plugged an Ethernet cable in between human minds, and that means that the cognitive potential exceeds the sum of the individual minds in question.
Mhm.
Your AIs are going to do that. And that means that our ability to say what they are capable of does not come down to, well, we didn't train it on that data. As they begin to interact, that feedback is going to take them to capabilities we don't anticipate and may not even recognize once they become present.
Mhm.
That's one of my fears. This is an evolving creature, and it's not even an animal. If it were an animal, you could say something about what the limits of that capability are. But this is a new type of biological creature, and it will become capable of things that we don't even have names for.
Mhm.
Even if it didn't do that, even if it just stayed within the boundaries that you're talking about, you mentioned about it having median level intelligence. Well, that by definition means 50% of the people on the planet are less intelligent than AI. To a degree, it's almost as if we've just invented a new continent of remote workers.
Mhm.
There's billions of them. They've all got a master's or a PhD. They all speak all the languages. Anything that you could call someone or ask someone over the internet to do, they're there 24/7 and they're 25 cents an hour, if that. So